All right, cool. First and foremost, everybody who know me, let's keep it 100. Everybody who know me, you know I don't do this. I don't do none of this corniness. Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Everybody who know me, y'all know my style. She came on here claiming that, oh, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do. You know what I mean? Normally, I wouldn't even entertain this, but the fact that you mentioned my children, I'm not letting that ride. Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing. The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to
First and foremost, everyone who knows me, let's be cool and keep it 100. All of you who know me are aware that I don't do any of this cliche. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Everyone who knows me, you are aware of my style. When she appeared, she said, "Oh, everybody, I don't do this." You understand what I mean when I say that this is the only thing you do. Normally, I wouldn't even consider this. But since this whole thing happened, I'm not letting it go because you mentioned my kids. As everyone knows, the only time I ever said anything was the last time she tried to cloud chase with the whole fake thing she probably put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth because that's not my style, and I would never want to treat her disrespectfully because that's not my style either. In fact, speak louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was in 2022 when she began dealing with the lame, I caught her cheating multiple times, since she was at home with the lame excuse. But hold on, let's get to the point. I'll say it again. All men who have ever experienced this kind of situation know how it gets when you're dealing with a miserable person. You had the audacity to mention my child, and that I haven't seen my daughter since I left, and she has been blatantly miserable ever since. I went to pick up my daughter from school at the end of last year, and she refused to let me see her. When I went to pick up my daughter from school, Diamond was picking her up because that's who has my daughter all the time. And that was one of the biggest problems I had with her because all my daughter knows are her parents. She was raised with both of them from the moment she was born. What happens with these celebrities is that they like when you visit their page and you like what they post. They like when you spend money on their concerts and their music, and they like when you make them rich, so you all become fans and you follow their journey for years and years and years, right? You've been a fan of a celebrity or artist for 10 or 15 years, and occasionally you've been a fan, but the first thing they say to the fans is, "You don't know who I am." The first thing they say when anything negative happens that they don't want you to know about is, "Oh, you don't know my life." Yes, they do. They know you y'all know us very well, and the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here whose life has been documented for decades through the fans, watching us, seeing when she got incarcerated, watch me visit her every day for a year straight, watch me bring her 35 pounds of food a month, watch me hold her down, watch me in the courtroom getting into altercations with court officers over her witness when she came home, witnessed me build the anticipation for her to come out of prison, had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the Queen is coming. The return of the Queen, right? All the fans witnessed. Witnesses come home. Witnesses have the big wedding ceremony, followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erase nothing on my page? All you got to do is scroll down the same page that she utilized today to lie for an hour straight, and then tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But, that's neither here nor there. We get back to that. Later, I went to pick my daughter up from school. There's a young lady who was picking my daughter up from school, and I notified her, hey, I called her. I said, hey, I'm coming to pick up. I picked up my daughter, gave her a hug, gave her a kiss, and I mean, show them things you do when you see your child embrace my child, and I had to go take care of something that day, so after I seen my daughter, I just wanted to see her and hug her, because everything had been going on. I had seen her in a little while after I left. I think the next day or next two went by. She contacted me. "Hey, you haven't seen your daughter since New Year's." I said, "Excuse me, I just seen my daughter. Yesterday I just picked her up from school." "What are you talking about? She didn't even know that." "I seen my daughter." "You know why? Because she's never there with my daughter. She is never there with my child. And it's crazy that you have the audacity to open your mouth and say that I haven't seen my daughter, not only due to the fact that you didn't allow me to see her since I finally got tired of your lies, tired of your narcissism, and moved on, but the fact that while you was running out here, cheating with this lane, not only cheating with this lane, you allowed him to destroy your entire life. You talking this money talk. You use all your money, and I want y'all to know this, because I know a lot of people don't. I don't want to come across as I'm upset. But you know what? I am upset. You know why I'm upset? Because you mentioned my children. You had the audacity to mention my children, and you had the audacity. Can y'all hear me? Because some people complain about the audio. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know. There's a few people saying they can't hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Come on, son. We've already had 2 marriages and a baby. I'm not covering the mic, despite what you guys are saying. I clipped this lame after you were caught, and everyone said, "Why would you do that to Pap?" Come on, kid. You make up this story about me doing something in 2025, although you haven't seen me since 2008. You must be wiser than that. You also fabricate text messages. You have been doing that for the longest time. You fabricate documents and send phony texts because you were a terrible liar, and she was a big lie. She is a narcissist, delusional, and a liar, and I hate to speak poorly of her, but you came on here and claimed to have taken advantage of my son as if it were something I'm ashamed of. My son is in the photo with me from Father's Day, the day after everything transpired. So I can't say that it's a lie. I can't say that as my children grow older, and my daughters are also. Sometimes we go through our little back and little situations where we don't agree, but that doesn't mean you don't love them. No matter what lifestyle any of my kids choose, I still love them, and I mean that.